Apologize. Also, will you hire Weewoo?
What?
Like Fox Weewoo.
That is ridiculous. She's in every one of my threads. Every time I posted anything, she posted something ridiculous.
Okay, now you gotta hire Asians and your DEI professionals.
Because DEI has nothing to do with quotas. And only a fucking moron this DEI has to do with quotas.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and do you ever wonder what keyboard warriors look like in real life when you confront them over something they've said or an opinion they share with absolute confidence online, but when asked to describe it or explain it face to face, they slither away? Well, that would perfectly describe the interaction between James O'Keefe and Mark Cuban, which hit the internet last night or the other night, which was absolutely hilarious. Mark Cuban has a legendary meltdown when asked to explain a little bit of why he's so against white folks, apparently. And look, people do have their opinions about kind of this, this like confrontational journalism. But when it's Mark Cuban or a politician, I generally don't care, especially if it's in a public place. Then I really don't care. But this is great. James O'Keefe triggers woke maniac Mark Cuban at gym. Cuban calls him a P word. So you have woke Mark Cuban gets O'Keefe goes nasty on a nasty X rant, melting down about it. Mark Cuban explains all of these things. So you see woke Mark Cuban gets O'Keefe, then goes on nasty X rant calling James O'Keefe a mother effing P word for questioning his DEI stances at the gym, asking why anyone won't let short Asian women on his basketball team. I mean, I would think that that's a fair question. That's an absolute fair question to ask. I mean, you have this. James O'Keefe decided to ambush me during the water break of my workout class. I wanted to give the highlights as I enjoyed the conversation. First part, I enjoyed the most. I asked him if he was recording this. Of course he was. He wouldn't answer. He kept mumbling his ish. So I looked him in the eyes and called him an MFing P. Then I asked again. I think the second time I may not have MF'd him. The next 2 or 3 times I asked, we were walking, he deflected. I definitely called him a P word. I mean, is that supposed to be an own? Is that supposed to be some sort of weird own? According to Cuban, O'Keefe asked why he's lying about his previous Pfizer reporting, why Cuban wouldn't put Wee Woo, a Chinese woman who frequently criticizes Cuban about DEI on X, on his Dallas Mavericks basketball roster, and why Cuban blocked Wee Woo on X. Chicken leg Mark Cuban, he said, was in the middle of leg day, therefore he was going to MF everything while speaking to O'Keefe. In a potty mouth tirade, Cuban said what I just told you about. As far as his questions, he asked why I thought I was a liar when it came to Pfizer ambush video he did. I told him it was because he told CPAC that the video said that Pfizer had actually done changes to the COOF. They didn't. He asked why I supported DEI. I wouldn't put Wee Woo on the Mavs. I told him only an MFing moron thinks that DEI is about quotas, but it absolutely is about quotas. Then he asked why I blocked her. I initially didn't. I just muted her, but every time I posted something, she posted the same stuff over and over again, which led to all the replies repeating the same ridiculous stuff, so I blocked her. This was similar to when Katie Hobbs, the illegitimate governor of Arizona, shouted at the Gateway Pundit correspondent Jordan Conradson, "Give it an effing rest," after he saw her at the gym. It's typical of a leftist to curse at you and call you names when they get triggered in the wild. O'Keefe responded to Cuban. You left out the part, Mark Cuban, where your guy attacked a guest holding an iPhone and made him delete footage. Not to worry, Mark, as I mentioned to you, I've got camera backups amongst backups and eyes everywhere. Stay tuned for the footage. So Mark Cuban's goons attacked people filming the interaction. When Mark Cuban was called on his possible lies, he doubled down, apparently lying again, and continued to claim O'Keefe was, quote, mumbling while refusing to be forthcoming about his recording practices. But O'Keefe did not back down and said Cuban was lying again, posting video footage of an encounter with one Brendan Rams before forcing a bystander to delete a video off their camera. This footage, which only shows part of the encounter, was posted on Brandon Rams' Instagram. Watch every video I've ever done. I've never mumbled, O'Keefe said. Here you go. Brendan Rams on Instagram grabbed the guest, turned him around, and took the phone. The guest asked him to give it back. Brendan posted a video of the IG story, which is below. Mark Cuban, you were standing next to Brandon while he was airdropping footage. Is that his boy? Why is he getting him to delete? Again, Brendan Rams posted both of these to his Instagram just now. The text in the video is his. And this, I mean, it's just great. Yeah, I get he's at the gym or whatever, but, you know, I think it's pretty funny to me. So he's got the lead in. He goes here.
You said I'm an ass?
No, I said lie out your ass. Don't find.
How did I lie out my ass?
When you went to ASAP, was it, or whatever it was? Use different.
Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating.
Yeah, that was the actual footage spoken by Pfizer employees.
Yeah, how did you want to talk about? Like, we're exploring, like, no, you know how the virus keeps mutating?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we're exploring is, like, why don't we just mutate it ourselves so we could preemptively develop new vaccines, right? So we have to do that. If we're going to do that, though, there's a risk of, like, as you could imagine, no one wants to be having a...
So, of course, Mark Cuban was a lie.
Yeah, you showed the video. That's great.
Yeah.
You lied about it to everybody you wasn't.
How did I lie?
I just told you. You said that he said that you said the virus. He didn't say that. You know he didn't say that.
Yeah, but you apologized to me privately.
You see, I did not see or hear the 2020 reference. My apologies for that. Now, the gotcha on how they're doing their diversity plans, that's a different convo. But I wanted you to know that is my bad for missing the 2021 reference.
Yeah, okay, great. Because
No, I'll pass. Said what I needed to say. I'm not a fan of your work. I think it's truly awful. I hate gotcha media, but I was wrong. So he privately, looks like privately admits.
Are you going to apologize publicly now?
I just apologize. Just not see directly. Look at my timeline.
Have you apologized? Also, will you hire Wee-Woo?
What?
Let's fuck Wee-Woo.
That shit is ridiculous. Using every one of my threats. Every time I posted anything.
So what this proves here, this also proves is he reads them. So when you're in Mark Cuban's replies dunking on him, he's reading them. He's getting triggered. He's getting mad. He's blocking people. He knows he's wrong. That's the hilarious part about all of this. Like it's absolutely always these people can't actually back up their beliefs. And look, it's one thing to privately hold a belief or, you know, have your own individual feelings. That's, of course, fine. But when you're using your pulpit to tell people what they're supposed to do, well, then I think you open yourself up to criticism, and fairly so.
She posted something ridiculous.
Okay, now you're going to hire Asians and your DEI
No, because DEI has nothing to do with quotas. And only a fucking moron this DEI has to do with quotas.
I'm not trying to finesse.
DEI absolutely has everything to do with quotas, and as you can see, James O'Keefe will point the receipts here.
This. So for blacks, we should try to get towards 13-point-something%. On
Quota.
Hispanics, you got to get into the mid-teens. On
Quota.
gender, okay, we are
Quota.
somewhere in the mid-30s, I think, for all of IBM. But
Okay, so, all right.
It's all right.
I just wanted you to apologize.
Where's your camera at? Where's the camera at?
I don't know. I just want to
Where's your camera at here?
I just want to
Do you have a camera here?
You know why he wants that camera is because he wants to delete the footage. He wants to take
I
it.
say it all the time. That's not a good thing.
Do you have a camera here now?
I mean,
No.
no.
No one recording them right now? Hey, why you do that?
No. I'm here at the Safari Club. I'm just here for the day. Him and Elon Musk and I had a spat on Twitter. It's okay.
So why you do that?
No,
This guy can't speak
I
English.
got it. Hey, don't fuck around with my dad.
I got it. Yes or no?
So he had his goon come up.
I'm here working out. I'm here working out. Yes or no? What? You're a pussy. You're a pussy. How am I a pussy?
You're a pussy. How am I a pussy? I don't even skip the question.
How am I a pussy?
Yes or no? When we being recorded?
What's your questions? We're having a conversation. We're having a conversation.
He wants to sick his goons on him to have the recordings deleted.
We're having a conversation.
Everything after this morning has been deleted.
Show me.
Look, even if you go to my deleted, just go to my deleted, recent deleted.
Oh my god.
Gone.
So that guy made you delete the video you were taking?
Yeah.
But little did he know, we had the hidden camera running. We had the hidden camera running.
I was getting O'Keefe on camera, and Mark Cuban security came up to me and said, hey, he got a camera, he's recording.
And what do you do with your shirt right here?
So the trainer took me and then pulled my shirt down in front of everybody. He drugged me in the class.
He dragged you into class?
Drugged me in the class.
And what do you do?
And kept dragging me down and saying, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
In front of everybody?
In front of the whole class.
Look at that. Look at that shirt right there.
Love it. Love it. These people never like to be questioned. You see Elon Musk, Mark Cuban is such a tool. He never did give me an example of how our videos are, quote, edited to misrepresent an event. That's what everyone always says. You know, like, he must have overlooked the USB drive cam and the water bottle cam and the... So he had a million different cameras going. What a chump. Absolutely love to see it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it down below. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow. And we'll talk to you again real soon.